We're live, yeah. I want you guys to understand something. I do my videos as soon as the fight goes off. Like, as soon as the final bell rings or somebody gets knocked out, I hit record and do my videos. So, understand that the emotion that I have when I'm doing those post-fight videos is right after the fight's over. You know, immediately. I don't pause and, get myself together anymore like I used to. Once the fight is over, once the final bell hits, once Dominic Ingle threw in his towel, doing the towel to stop the fight, from Kell Brook getting in Antonio Margarito eye, I'm sitting there for a minute, I'm listening, I'm watching that final replay, and then once Michael Buffer comes into the ring and starts to announce the official winner, we knew it was Golovkin, that's when I hit record. So, knowing now that Kell Brook has a broken eye socket, it is official. The as you can see, the thumbnail is the Xray. I completely 100% agree with Dominic Ingle throwing in the trainer of Kell Brook throwing in the towel. But watching the fight live and watching it on HBO with the HBO commentary and not watching the Sky Sports version like I really, really wanted to, but since I'm an American, I have to watch the Sky. I'll keep it 100 with you. I'll keep it 100 because I like to keep it real. To watch the Sky Sports version, I have to watch it illegally. But to watch the HBO version, I have to record it, to make sure it's on my DVR and all that shit. So understand that my emotions of saying, oh, they should have let Kell Brook get knocked out. They should have let Kell Brook go out on his shield. Dominic Ingle did the right thing by throwing in the towel, so to save Kell Brook's eye. In that fifth round, Golovkin started opening up a can of whoop ass on him. It was almost to the point where he said, you know what, I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. There's been heavy rumors surrounding Golovkin these last few days about him being sick, about him being weight drained. There was a radio interview that somebody pointed out to me where David Hay was talking about Golovkin had a heavy cold, and he looked different those first 3 rounds. He didn't look like the Golovkin that we were used to. He looked, off. But he won the fight. There are people out there that are going to say that Golovkin got exposed. I remember in my last video that I did, I said, well, can you say Golovkin is exposed? I'm not saying he got exposed, but I'm saying what the narrative is going to be to Golovkin detractors. Is that, oh, Kell Brook exposed him and everything. Kell Brook was the bigger man. Listen, I can't say, because we don't know how much Kell Brook weighed. I'm going to say Golovkin was maybe 5 to maybe 10 pounds lighter than Kell Brook. Kell Brook was huge and muscular. And also, Kell Brook's shots, even though Golovkin in the post-fight interview said, he didn't feel his shots, it was like sparring. Those shots looked like they hurt, especially that one uppercut where his whole neck, those shots looked like they were, giving Golovkin some problems. But also, it's hard for boxers to say, oh, well, yeah, such and such hurt me. It took a while for Floyd Mayweather to talk about how that shot he took from Shane Mosley had hurt him. Remember, the first few years after that fight, Floyd didn't talk about that shit. He didn't start talking about that shit for the last couple years. So you have to also understand that if Golovkin was sick, his trainer is not going to say, at the interview, at the weigh-in, oh, well, yeah, he's not feeling good, he's sick, he's got this cold. They're not going to say that shit. But what they will say is, if Golovkin would have lost, well, we wasn't on our best game, Golovkin had a cold, and all that shit. You guys got to understand how this shit works out here, man. But one thing you have to say for sure is, Kell Brook fought a hell of a fight, man. Dude got a crazy chin. Listen, his whiskers are not delicate. Those are not some delicate whiskers. Dude was taking some mean shots. Yo, he was shit. Listen, I'm thinking oh, especially that left hook to the body. What was that, round 2 or round 1? That left hook to the body, and then he took that right hook to the head when he stumbled a little bit. And you saw when that left hook hit it, that was a crazy fight. That fight was better than Canelo versus Khan to me. In fact, Listen. Like there was so much controversy, not controversy, but hype surrounding this fight. As far as is Kell Brook really the special one? And even though he was defeated and the fight was stopped by his trainer, he didn't get knocked out, and he didn't go down. That's got to count for something in this day and age of the sport. It's got to count for something. So Kell Brook is saying he's going to go to 154 pounds. I'm going to say this. Listen, I don't think that even if he fought at 147, he may be really, really drained. If he fought at 147 against Errol Spence, but it's not going to be an easy fight. In fact, the Charlos, it's not going to be an easy fight. The Charlos are going to have some problems with Kell Brook. Lindy Lara, see, that's a different situation because Kell Brook is going to have to be chasing Lindy Lara. You see what I'm saying? And we don't really know how Kell Brook can cut off the ring, but 154 is going to be a nice place for him. 154 is going to be a nice place for Kell Brook. Even if Golovkin didn't have 3 belts at 154 pounds, 160 pounds, I think Kell Brook would be able to give Billy Joe Saunders some problems. And I'm a big Billy Joe Saunders fan. I understand he's been on some... Okay, put it this way. I can't say Billy Joe Saunders has been on some bitch-ass shit lately. He's been on some I'm trying to get paid shit. I don't believe Billy Joe Saunders is a bitch. I don't believe that he's afraid of Golovkin. I believe he's afraid of losing to Golovkin and losing the potential paydays. But I don't believe that he's afraid of Golovkin. That's just not, from what I've learned, it's just not how, that gypsy traveling community works. It's just not how it works. So once again, I apologize. Remember, I'll say it again. I do those videos live. So you're getting my live, genuine reactions. We wasn't hearing about how his eye socket was broken. And then seeing him at the post-fight interview, he wasn't, he wasn't swollen up. But one thing you can say is what I've learned, and I've seen before in the past, but now I damn know for sure, is when those fighters start rubbing their eye and shit like that, something's wrong. So when you have a broken orbital bone or a fractured eye socket or something, usually there may be like a piece of like bone, in there, like moving around a little bit, and you can't blink. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. But now I know, what to look for. And after watching the HBO and then the Sky Sports version, Paulie Malignaggi was talking about it. So I'm going to apologize. Kell Brook went out on his shield. Dominic Ingle did the right thing by the premature, not premature, but the stoppage, or more so throwing the towel in, because he saw Kell Brook was taking too much damage, and if it would have kept going on, Kell Brook would have likely been Gabriel Rosado. Well, he wasn't cut. Gabriel Rosado has cut issues, with scar tissue and everything that he has surgery to get removed, but he would have been like Antonio Margarito with the crazy eye. Antonio Margarito eye is fucked up. I know I joke about it and everything because he's a cheater, but I don't want Kell Brook. I don't want that to happen to Kell Brook. I don't want that to happen to him. And imagine, if Kell Brook would have survived the round, and the fight would have went to 12. And let's say he just getting his ass whooped. All what? 6 more rounds, right? His eye would have been fucked up, man. That eye shit ain't no joke. It will end your career. So, shout out to Kell Brook. Despite what they say about him on the dark web, listen, I'm a fan. Dude, in my opinion, and Amir Khan. Even though Amir Khan is be lying and shit, I still have a lot of respect for Amir Khan for fighting Canelo. And I have more respect for Kell Brook for fighting Gennady Golovkin and not getting knocked out or put to sleep. That means something. So therefore, I'm thinking to myself, well, he'll be able to take these punches from these 147 pounders. He'll be able to take these punches from these 154 pounders. But remember, this is just my opinion. I'm a boxing fan just like you. So I'll respect your opinion. For example, prime example, if you say that Lindy Lara beat Canelo, even though I feel Canelo beat Lara, I'll say, okay, I can see how you came to that conclusion. I'm not going to be like, oh no, you wrong. Canelo won the fight. You wrong. You should have listened to me. I told him it's not me. It's not me. It's not who I am. It's not who I am. So, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. On my Instagram, I post highlights. You can go check him out. On my Twitter is where I keep the official boxing sources. And on my Facebook like page is where you get like all the news involving boxing and memes and everything. And on my Facebook personal page is when it's like my own safe haven. So please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. All the links to my social media right down below. Shout out to Kell Brook. And I think honestly this is a good time to make Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. Because that would be a super fight now. And I really feel that Kell Brook would beat Amir Khan because I don't think Amir Khan can take those shots. Amir Khan would be faster and the better boxer, but what happens when he gets cracked? When his whiskers get touched? Those chocolate brownies. I'm Teacher Controversy. This is Teacher Controversy Live. Please subscribe.